Haha! I pushed the right buttons!
Good job.
You know, we were live on Wednesday, and we're recording now. It hasn't actually been a full week.
Would it surprise you to know that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things to talk about, and 3 of them are finishes?
Nope. Welcome to the Northern Knits podcast. We're two friends in fiber who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is
Diana.
It's episode 329. Diana has more works in progress than I do, and I've gone and injured myself. So while Diana tells everybody what we're going to cover this week, I'm going to enjoy some of my beverage. Maybe. Phaedra!
We've got some What's in Our Cup, some cool threads, some woolly workings, and some wool gathering. What is in your cup?
Lemonade. Because it's over 30 degrees again.
I am incredibly boring. Water, but it's a milkshake cup, so that's fun.
Oh, that is fun. You monster of monsterness. That is not a place for cats.
Sure it is. It is now, anyway.
Right. We'll see how this goes.
If there are very sudden cuts, Phaedra's unplugged something again?
I hopefully have secured all the wires, given her enough space behind the computer, and several launching points to get on and get off the computer, that in theory, it's fine. But she's going to pop out of everywhere on me, because she's exploring, and I've injured myself, so I haven't picked her up in 2 days. So we're being very aggressively kittened at me. Because we don't like it when Mommy doesn't pick us up, just tail. So it's going to be interesting, guys, today. We're live on Wednesday, and it is now Monday. This will go up hopefully on Wednesday. And I woke up Sunday having pulled my left chest muscle. So it hurts. I've pulled muscles before. I know the routine, but it sucks. I highly don't recommend. I don't want to. You're heavy. You're heavy and I hurt. I don't hurt as much as I did yesterday, but I can't have you up here. I know you want. I can't have you up here. I know you want to. She wants to get up and purr to peel me. It's a very, very kind gesture. Mother needs you to go away. You should have seen me last night trying to convince her she had to go to her own food bowl, because sometimes we've given up on life. So we just lay down 3 feet from our food bowl and refuse to acknowledge that there's food in the food bowl.
Right.
Until we're carried there like the prima donna that we are. Or, godlike creature. I can't pick her up. And the mysterious Mr. B was over yesterday, because we were making D&D characters, and he won't pick her up. There was no Auntie Diana to rescue her yesterday.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
She had to go all the way to her own food bowl.
It's a hard life for her right now.
It's a tragedy.
Should have seen me trying to brush my hair yesterday. It did not go well. It did not go well. It was a whole Herculean effort going on there.
Sometimes it's just do I really need to brush this today? Can I just leave it?
Because I can't do a lot of arm motions. I could do even fewer yesterday. Mr. B took pity on me and finished brushing my hair because he's like, that just looks awkward. Just give me that. And I'm like, I can only brush this much. That's it. I give up. No more. I've stopped. I'm half done. I don't care. It hurts. I'm finished. No? That's not how that works? Do you give up halfway through?
How that works.
That's totally how that works, right? Oh, gosh. Oh, well, I'm drinking lemonade. You're drinking aqua.
Cool threads. We actually have some cool threads. I have a cool thread right now. Ting, 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 right next to the microphone. Sorry.
Kai.
I have a cool thread. It's because
Now that you've
the vent.
gesticulated greatly, I am so glad that everybody who listens to us in a radio format can tell what it is that your cool thread is.
I was getting there. I was going with the cold air vent is right there. So when
Yes.
it's on, it's blowing directly on me.
Yep.
And that's just a little bit chilly.
Touch chill.
So just a touch chilly. So I pulled out my Celtic Myths shawl,
Oh,
which I believe this one was my oldest whip a while back.
it was.
And I finished it and then proceeded to never ever wear it, as one does. So I'm wearing it now.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I believe it was a linen cotton blend, fingering weight.
Yep, yep.
Sort of a grayish brown color.
From Juniper Moon.
And
Wasn't
it's
it?
mostly it's a stockinette half circle shawl with this complex cabled border, and the border is what took a million years to do. Like
Yeah, but it
literally,
looks
I think
so
it sat
good.
in my pile for like 6 years.
That's so good.
Anyway, I finished it. It looks great. I'm wearing it finally.
So good. It only took a cold air vent and over half a decade, folks.
Well, see, because it's one of my most recently finished shawls,
It's at the top of the pile.
it was on top of the shawl pile, which is why I'm wearing this one as opposed to any other one.
Yep. Yeah.
It was this or the Find Your Fade, and that one's too big. So
It's a bit of the Find Your Fade's a bit of a big one.
yeah, I didn't need a blanket today.
I'm so glad you're wearing it though. So
It was so good. So if I get my button gear and actually go grocery shopping later, I'm gonna be so fancy with my mushroom earrings and my Celtic cabley shawl.
I don't know. Somebody
Got a
might
long dress on too. It's gonna be a
What?
whole vibe. I feel I
Some
need to go to a farmer's market. I can't just go to like Sobeys. I have to go to a farmer's market.
you can dress up like a girl and go to Sobeys. That's also acceptable.
No, I mean there's too much fancy handmade stuff on me. I need to go to a market. I can't go to like a big commercial chain grocery store. I have to go to like the independent market.
Well,
It's far too hippie going on.
when you're down in September or October, it's October you're down.
I think so.
We'll see if the time you're down is the same week that the weekday farmers market goes on down here downtown. You and I can go to that.
Okay.
Because I don't think I'll get you for a Saturday morning for St. Norbert's.
It's the whole morning concept.
Yes. Well, it'll still be technically morning, but it wouldn't be like you don't have to be there by 8:30 or you're waiting for an hour and a half. You could roll in around 10 a.m. and it's still okay. In an effort to keep my muscles warm, to reduce the pain from muscle pull, I was wearing my Moonbow cardigan earlier this week, literally 2 days ago, so that I could curl up and heat up, but then I could open the cardigan up to let too much heat out so I didn't overheat. Thank heavens that I did this on cool days. Like we were getting down to like 15, 12 overnight. So like I could do that because our highs were quite reasonable.
Yeah.
We were like 25, 26. So like hot, but not like the underside of, Hades hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 31.
I'm familiar with that heat.
31, 38, 32, 34 for the next 3 days. The hottest day is supposed to be tomorrow, which is like 38 with the humidex tomorrow. So gross. Possibly into Thursday.
Hence we're doing mid to high 20s.
Hence the requirement for ice cream.
I understand.
Now she gets it. We just do, and burgers. I don't know why. When it's really hot, I want burgers, French fries, and ice cream. That's all I want when it's hot outside. It's like that's summer food in my head. But it's that hot.
Same.
It's summer. So just want burgers.
Those hot summer days. You need ice cream, burgers, and fries.
Yeah,
or like potato salad.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Which I mean is totally doable. I have to go buy
potato salad.
I have a box of Beyond Burgers, and I do mean a box. I bought a box of 8.
Nice.
So I could have a burger. Though if I wait till Thursday, which is payday, I could go make potato salad, and then I could have burgers, potato salad, and ice cream this weekend. Might do that. Oh, I do have extra tofu in the fridge. I could make that remake that experimental Tuesday chili garlic tofu dinner.
Oh, yes,
Because
I
you
meant
can
to
serve
go read
that
that and steal
cold.
your recipe because
You
you
can
were
serve
raving
that
about
cold.
that.
I had no leftovers. And I got the highest level of approval that you can get from people who are consistently vague as to the point of being absolutely useless in the descriptors of whether or not they like food. It's like the
Yeah.
highest praise I can get is it's phenomenal. I loved it. I'd have it again. Let's put it in our daily let's put it in the monthly rotation. Like this is a thing I would like to have and I will request. Not that he ever makes requests. Uh is yeah, I'd have that again. That's it. That's the whole sentence. But between yeah, I'd have that again and it was all right. It was wildly different meanings.
Yeah.
And now everybody describes food their own way. At least it wasn't tofu, is my mom's way of saying it was okay, but not her favorite.
But tofu
It's
is
tasty in my mind.
delicious.
Not in my mom's, which is totally fine. Do I still keep making her try it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because I'm a mean child. So I could do that. I was an excellent experimental Tuesday to find for Patreon people, both to make and to write. It was delightful, delightful summer dish. I should look for some more summer dishes, is what I should do. Okay. That's gonna be weird. You got way more things than I do. Like
I do.
way more.
I have 5 things, and
Yep.
3 of them are finishes.
Yep. I technically have two, but we're counting the one thing I ripped out as a project, so it's a 3-to-5 ratio. Guys, it's been
I
what?
think it counts.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days. Saturday was a full day. I didn't craft. I was on the radio at 6:15 in the morning. Then we had the Patreon eat in at noon, and then I was at D&D at 7. So I've had three crafting days, and for one of them I pulled a muscle and couldn't lift my arm any higher than this. and lifting my teacup was almost too heavy.
Oof.
I've had 2 days. Woohoo! I'm defending my honor and being the person who usually has more projects.
It's fine. It won't happen again. This is my like once or twice a year I have more projects than you time.
It's true.
Okay.
Mind you, super cute because you're on an excellent bend.
I'm still waiting for the Amazon order to show up. Okay, I'm gonna launch into my thing because it's relevant to the Amazon order. Okay. I will start with all the crochet things because that's where all my finishes are.
Sure.
So the first thing that I finished is the Amigurumi Sylveon that I designed and made in a hurry.
Yes.
So much hurry for my niece, but I got it done.
You got it done.
Literally, I finished it. We just spent 10 minutes taking pictures and then they got in the car and left. It was down to the wire.
Like, that's cutting it close.
It was real close.
It's cutting it close.
So here's a picture. Maybe editing Jocelyn can put in a better picture. So it's not just me on my phone.
I could try. It entirely depends on whether or not I receive a copy of the photo.
Yes.
If you
I'll
see
do that when we're
nothing,
done here.
if you see nothing, she never sent me a photo.
So this is the Sylveon. She came up pretty good.
She did.
I don't actually know if all Sylveons are she's, but this one is.
Sure.
And yeah, there's a couple of changes I want to make.
Okay.
I think I want the legs to be just a touch thicker.
Okay.
And I want the head to be slightly differently shaped.
Okay.
I'm not totally happy with the head shaping,
But close.
but close.
For
I think I
your
want the body slightly thinner. So slightly thicker legs, slightly thinner body, and a slightly different shaped head.
You
But otherwise,
completed
like,
any of
I'm
it?
so proud of these ears.
I'm madly
These
trying to
came
think
out so good.
if you've completed any other designs of a similar complexity. I don't think so. I think this is your very first complex
It
design.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even like designed anything before. Oh, here's a sideways picture.
Okay.
So we can.
Again, guys,
Oh,
if
I'm
she
also not
sends
happy with the
photos.
tail. This is not a well done picture. I'm sorry. I was kind of in a hurry. The tail is also not great. The
So
tail
what
could
you're
use a little bit more
saying
shaping.
is that there'll be another one in our future when you've made some
There will be
adjustments?
another one because I do have a notion that I will actually release this pattern. So I'm going to type up the pattern as it currently is,
Okay.
and I will let our Patreons just have it.
Okay.
And I will make my changes and make version 2.0, and then our Patreons can still have it. But then if I like version 2.0, I will put that one up for sale.
Sure, why not?
And then I can be a real life pattern designer.
Sure can.
So
I think it's a great idea.
I did the thing and I'm excited. And for some
I think you
reason,
did
that
a
opened the
great job.
floodgates.
I think you did
I'm
a great job.
so freaking proud of how that came out.
It turned out really
Honestly,
well.
like I will link the videos that I used for how to design because they're
Yes.
great. And they also like came out literally less than a month ago. They came out at absolutely the perfect time for me.
That is the universe saying is it Kismet?
Kismet, karma,
Karma?
fate. I don't know. Pick your word.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll do a pick your word sort of situation. I'm excited. I want the version 2.0 so I can make one. Not that I know
Yes.
anything about Pokemon. That's not the point.
No, I'm really proud of this one
But I
because
think it
it's
turned
just
out
got a lot
really
of like
cute.
extra stuff going on. Like the bows are so cute.
Yeah.
I want to make just the bows with the ribbons. Apparently the ribbony looking things that come off of the bows they're not ribbons, they're feelers because apparently this Pokemon is actually terrifying and they're actually like sharp stinger things, even though they look like pretty little ribbons. I don't know. I don't know anything about this particular Pokemon. It's a very new evolution to me. It's Pokemon number 700. I read a lot about this Pokemon trying to do the design.
Wrong human to ask. I never got into Pokemon.
There were 150. I got as far as Gen 2. After that, no more. No more.
It wasn't a thing for me, so it's okay. Not the
It
end
was
of the
very a
world.
thing for me. Shall I keep going with the rest of my crochet stuff?
Well, you have to. I only have 3 things, so you've got
Okay.
4, so you have to do at least one more before I can start going in.
I'll lump all the crochet things together.
Okay.
So that seems to have opened the floodgates, and I
All right.
am just absolutely obsessed, and I want to make
Stop looking for
everything.
Amazon. The doorbell will ring when
I
the
know.
doorbell
I'm
rings.
excited because I ordered myself some amigurumi eyes and a curved sewing needle to make sewing the pieces easier. Because literally, I almost stabbed myself and bled on the white yarn so many times during the finishing process because I was going so fast. So I got myself some curved sewing needles to make that process easier, and I got this set of amigurumi eyes and little noses. So future amigurumi can have better eyes.
Oh, I'm putting in requests. You have to know what's
Oh,
happening.
absolutely.
You have to know
So
what's
the next
happening.
thing I made is this little fidget popper.
Okay. Why?
You know, like those silicone like pop it doodads?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so this is the crochet version.
You just
It
felt the
doesn't
need
like
to?
yeah. Well, so it only took like 20 minutes to make, so I could justify it as a break from the Stego test knit.
Fair. Fair.
Whoops. So it doesn't pop exactly like a silicone one does, but it's still like really satisfying to play with.
She's into fidget
It's
spinners, guys. It's a thing for her.
it's actually a pretty good little fidget toy, and it takes 20 minutes to make, so you know.
Good.
So there's that thing I made, and then I saw this pattern for the itty bittiest little triceratops.
So dang cute.
Pardon the questionable embroidered eyes. This is why I ordered eyes, because I learned that I can't embroider eyes. But look at it, so little and round. He's so round in
Freaking
this stubby little tail.
adorkable is what he is.
His stubby little toes, little horns.
Oh, cute.
So his name is Blue, with 2 O's, we've decided.
Everybody vote. And she's like, this option or this option. I'm like, man, they both sound and feel blue in my face. I couldn't pick. I liked either option. He's
It was either Blue with
adorable.
2 O's or Blue U with an umlaut, but Blue with 2 O's, I think, won. So
Adorable.
he's so
He's
cute.
cute. He's got a good
So
live
I
by
want to make
ear.
like 50 of these because this also, eyeballs aside, this only takes about 30 minutes to make.
I'm gonna they're just gonna start
So
stacking up in your background.
they are honestly. Also, I'm gonna make a few more of each of these and I think take them to DEF CON with me because they're so quick to make and I can give them out and make friends.
Absolutely.
Because
I think
who
that's a
wouldn't want a
great.
little triceratops or a
I
little
mean,
fidget popper? And you can triceratops. It's the right scale for the triceratops to have a sun hat.
I want a triceratops, so consider this my official request.
What color would you like your triceratops?
I don't care. Pick a color.
Okay.
You know me. Pick a color. A nice, strong, cheerful color.
I really want to make a
Watch.
pink one.
I can't. I was like, I'll get a pink one or like a rainbow pride one or.
I don't have any rainbow ones. I really want to make a pink one, but I think the pink one's mine. I don't know if
That's.
anybody else wants a pink one. I want a pink one.
I would be fine with a pink one. Listen, I have a stuffed bubble tea. I have 2 stuffed pigs. I have a stuffed. No one has accused me of not having a interesting collection of stuffed animals. Guys, I have a collection of seasonally themed rubber duckies. No joke.
He's been sitting on my desk for 2 days and I just keep playing with him and he's so squeezy.
He's so squeezy.
He's so squeezy. So I'm really excited for the eyeballs to come in. Sometime today, says Amazon, I will have a little amigurumi eyes, and then I'm gonna make so many of these.
You stop looking for it.
I
That's when
got
it'll
like
show up.
250 eyes.
Holy schnickerdoodles.
It's like $10 on Amazon for this giant kit, and I'm like, why not?
Eyeballs. That's a lot of eyeballs.
It is.
While we record today, oh, can I do this movement? Yeah, kind of, sort of. I am working on the Sweet Romance sock. This is sock number 2. The yarn is by Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co. You guys can save 10% off her yarn with the coupon code Northern Knits 10, 10 being 10. It is a slow moving sock progress because it takes forever for me to knit a pair of socks. These are shorties. So once I get to the heel, the worst of the sock part is over. The kicker is I love wearing hand knit socks. I just don't super enjoy making them. I feel like I want to be a sock knitter, but that's not my natural vibe.
That's fair.
So while we work on that, that's what I'm working on today because I'm able to pick things up and work on stuff again today. So it feels really nice to be able to craft again. Don't get me wrong, the day of watching anime and building D&D characters on the couch wasn't really that big of a hardship. It just wasn't what I wanted to be doing.
That's fair.
All right. I have 2 more things. How are you doing?
I also have 2 more things, so I think it's your turn.
It's my turn again. I can talk about the thing that I'm not going to show anybody. The combo top, which is a pattern by Pickles. I was making it out of lichen in my crevices from Ancient Art Yarns. I initially had bought that yarn to be a shawl, not a tank top. So I weighed the ball, measured how many inches I had gotten for the body, and went, nope, I'm not going to have enough. So I need to add in a secondary color. So I ripped out what I had. So I pulled it off the needles and tested it to make sure it went all the way around me like it was supposed to. Guess what? The fit's great. That's not a problem. Sweet. But none of the colors I have in my stash will work as a nice contrast color at the top. So I'm going to flip the pattern and I'm going to go top down instead of bottom up. And I'm going to start at the shoulders and essentially work the pattern in reverse, which really isn't that hard to do because it's not like I'm dealing with cables or lace or charts or anything, right? Like it's just a pattern read from the last instruction through the first instruction, and rather than casting off, I bind, or rather than binding off, I cast on, and rather than casting on, I bind off. Like those are the only two instructions you're hardcore flipping. So that's fine. So I'm gonna do that, but I think I want like a navy blue up at the top where the V is, and then I want to stripe into the like it in my crevices color. So that the tank top's long enough for me to wear. I'll find that
Yes, tank
handy.
top, not crop top.
Tank top, not crop top. So I'm going to do that, which means right now the yarn is pulled out, the needles have been put back into the needle collection bin, and the yarn will sit until I have a chance to find the right neutral contrast color. I'm leaning navy blue, but if we're honest, I'm just going to talk to Erin. I'm just going to talk to Erin and see what she recommends, because she is way better with colors than I am.
Okay.
And we'll see what she thinks about it as well. So that is currently in wait mode. It's in wait mode due to a yarn chicken game that I just don't feel like playing. I don't feel like playing. I don't want a cropped tank top. I don't want to not have a finished tank top. I don't want it to look funny. No, I'm not into that. I do want it as a tank top, so I will wait until I get my hands on the right color, and then I will make it. That's how things work for me. All right, stop looking for Amazon. Oh my god.
No, the weather's making noises now. I'm like, oh, well, that's where that weather is. The thing he was complaining about earlier.
It
It
finally
got
made it
very
to you?
windy.
Okay. I have.
So if I suddenly go away,
Fair.
probably my internet's gone away.
It's possible. Anything could happen. There's been power outages. It's a thing. Hey, Summer, how's it hanging? I have one thing left, so you're up.
All right. I finished the Stegosaurus chart on the Stegosaurus sweater test knit that has to be done in a week. So guess what I'm working on a lot?
The Stegosaurus sweater?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my progress keeper? Because I actually made really good progress this week. Have I put it on bigger needles yet? No. No, of course I haven't. No. Okay. So I would like it known that that's my progress keeper down here.
Yeah.
And I knit like 3-ish inches, 2-3 inches.
Okay.
Of complex Stegosaurus pattern, and now
Yep.
I'm into the simpler pattern where it's like the inverted triangles and then the same feet again, I think.
Get your feetsies.
Yeah. So this pattern at the top of the Stegosauruses that's highly repetitive went so fast. And is in fact going so fast. It was just the Stegosauruses and there's slight irregularity and they're like 48 stitch chart repeat.
Awkward.
But these are like 8 stitches, so we're good. That's a much easier repeat.
Oh. Delightful.
But if I hold this the right way up so you can actually see what it looks like. Look, I have the Stegosaurus.
Guys, she has a week and
so
a half
happy.
to knit a body and a sleeve. That's the minimum.
Yes, I need a body and a sleeve in a week from now.
That's the minimum, people.
I know. I know.
Woof.
So I have a lot of knitting to do. But you know what? I pulled a Sylveon out of nowhere.
There.
So I think I can do it.
I'd live to see you accomplish these big goals because I know you can do it, and I think it would just be such a boost to your knitting confidence.
I'm currently 85% sure I can do it.
Presented in percentile ratios.
I was a lot more sure yesterday, and then I was updating all my project pages, and I realized this started in May, and then I'm like, oh no. And then I had your voice in my head going, hey, you better work on that. And me going, no, it'll be fine. I can do it. And yeah, so don't worry. That whole conversation replayed in my head last night as I was updating project pages.
Now, if you do it like it's your job,
I will, well, I can't knit 8 hours a day, or I will wreck my wrist. I can do about 4 hours without wrecking my wrist.
This would be the perfect time for you to work on increasing your endurance with slow incremental growth.
I figure I can alternate between, I can do sprints. I
Yep.
can do a sprint or two on the Stegosaurus sweater and then take a sprint to make a little triceratops or a fidget popper.
Yep. Switching up the craft, switching up what you're doing. Like I like to knit for an hour or two, and then I like to get up and do the chore for the day, or bake the big meal for the
Yes,
day, or
that
start
too.
like alternate, and
I still
then
need to get my house back in order after all the visitors.
yeah, hey.
Okay, the air turned off, so now it's warm. I gotta take this off.
Um if I do that, it all of a sudden I've put in an 8-hour day of knitting and
Oh
still
yeah.
adulted and done all the other things. So it's just breaking it up so it's not like a solid 8 hours. This is basically my way
Yeah.
of saying you need to get up in the morning and do some work so we can game in the afternoons. This is really all I want. When it's
Working
time
on
for
it.
my gaming break, which is around noon my time, I stop, I have lunch, and then some weekdays I'll stop for an hour or two and I will just do something for fun. Because I get up at 6 in the morning, so by like 7:30, when I'm not injured, I'm trying to sit back because I want to lean forward because it hurts, but I need to stretch the muscle out now. So like I'm trying to sit back and if you see me weaving back and forward, there's no booze in the lemonade. I'm balancing pain with the requirements to not slouch because it'll just make it worse. I want to see that Stego sweater on you so bad it's not even funny.
I realized I completely forgot to talk about the designer and the yarn.
What? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I completely forgot. So the designer is Mary Hunt, Hunt Hand
Yes.
Knits on Instagram.
We love her. She does gorgeous
She does so
stuff.
much great dinosaur stuff. Oh
So
my
much
gosh. So
great.
now that I know that ROM, the Royal Ontario Museum,
Yes.
it A exists and B is like right there and C is like the cheapest really cool thing to do in Toronto and D has a whole like dinosaur floor that I
Yeah,
didn't
I've
get
been
to
in it.
see because the kids wanted to look at other stuff and not dinosaurs, and so I was a good not child and didn't whine that we didn't go see the dinosaurs. But they had a Stegosaurus, so I'm gonna go wear when this is done. I'm going to brave the heat and I'm gonna go wear my Stegosaurus sweater with the Stegosaurus. And if I'm really together, I'll even crochet a little Stegosaurus to go with it.
I need your
Yes, I know I'm
husband.
holding up a triceratops, but they have a Stegosaurus one too.
I need to get your husband to take a photo of that because the internet needs to have that in their lives. I need that
Oh yes, that's
on
precisely why I'm
Instagram
gonna go do it.
with you
For the
beside
internet.
for the internet. Yep. That needs to happen. That needs to happen. Okay.
I know some of the other test knitters are in Toronto, so maybe I can organize a meetup for us all to go take pictures of our Stegosaurus sweaters with the Stegosaurus at ROM.
That'd be so good. That would be so good.
Okay.
The yarn is you got distracted by the ROM.
Yes.
Ow.
The
I'm
yarn
with you.
is
Oh,
Estelle double knit, so it's like a sport weight in a purple color for the main color. I know it doesn't really look like the main color right now, but I
hang
promise
on.
the body of the sweater's
We'll get there.
purple. And then like a sandy, I don't remember what the colorway name was, but it's like a sandy beige color for it's dinosaur, it's fossil color.
It's fossil color.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. It's
Sure.
a sandy beige color for the dinosaurs. I was aiming for like a fossily sort of color.
Yeah. I know people.
Keep hearing sounds that might be the Amazon order with all of my eyeballs, and I want my eyeballs.
How much coffee did you have today?
Just the regular amount.
Okay.
Just really excited about eyeball. You have no idea. Amigurumi things are my new obsession. It's all I want to do. I have like 4 tabs open with patterns I want to make.
Good. Keep going. I will
But I have to
happily.
do the Stegosaurus sweater. But I
will.
want to make like dragons and dinosaurs. I have like 4 different dinosaur patterns and a dragon pattern. You have no idea.
Someone might be releasing Advent partner pairings later today on Patreon, so keep up that Amigurumi trend because those would make great presents.
Yeah. People want little Christmas triceratopses. Sorry, I just flipped through like 10 dinosaur names in my head there. Triceratops.
Okay, cool. By later today, I mean probably after supper because I'm probably going to lie down and have a nap after this.
Well, this also isn't going up until Wednesdays, so even as long as you do it by Wednesday, it's still accurate.
Still accurate. Using my ginormous hook of ginormousness. Look at that hook size.
That's like the size of my dinosaur.
Yep, you're not wrong. It's a 10 millimeter crochet hook. It's big. It's metal. It makes a satisfying metal sound when it lands on wooden tables. I am crocheting a Edwardian shawl from 1908. It is a oh, I dropped a thing and I can't bend over. It is a I'm doing it from a YouTube tutorial from Just Vintage Crochet. I need to finish this and get started because she released another shawl pattern that like her husband picked. I'm sorry, I voted for her husband's shawl pattern. I like it just a little bit better. It's not that I didn't like the one she chose, it's just I like the one he wanted more. But it's so pretty. Anyway,
Fine.
I am not allowed to start yet another crocheted vintage shawl until I get this one finished. Because I am so close. I'm so close. Guys might remember this from last week. They've made can I stretch? Yes I can. I've made some progress.
Ooh. It's a doily now.
We are kind of getting up there in size.
Oh, that's a very stylish hat.
It is a super stylish hat. I don't know what you're talking about.
It
This
looks like a
is
weird old lampshade.
it does look like a weird old lampshade.
In a good way. It's very pretty.
It is done in a circle, and then the shawl itself is folded in half and draped over your shoulders. I am working on my last repeat of these 6 double crochet shells, and then I change back to the white yarn for 2 rows of shells, and then I go back to the gray white I'm holding marled to continue. But as you work on it, the center of the shawl keeps stretching out from the weight of the shawl, obviously. So when this is done, this whole lace pattern appears.
That's so cool.
It looks so pretty. And it's so far the techniques have been wonderfully simple to do and easy to manage. And I am doing this holding 2 strands of wool like. I think it's wool like. It's 100% acrylic #1 weight fine yarn from Michaels. I'm holding it double, so technically I have like a 2 to almost 3. So I have a much larger hook size than the pattern calls for because I'm using a much thicker yarn because the pattern itself called for a #2 yarn, which is like a sock yarn, with a 6.5mm hook. So technically I really should be on a 12mm hook for this. But that's okay. So I have been thoroughly enjoying this. I just really love how they have you do it so that when you're done and you've got it draped over yourself for reading purposes and that, you have this gorgeous double layered lace, like beautiful lace shawl.
That's gonna be so gorgeous.
It's gonna be so gorgeous. It's gonna be so good. So I'm very, very excited and very happy with it. Another thing that was suggested is that you could easily fold it in half, sew down your center space, which is like where your head's supposed to go. And if you did that and carefully sewed your ends around, you'd have a circular lacy baby blanket.
Ooh.
Which
That would
also
also be
another
very
really
nice.
good option. So slow progress is made. The rounds take a very long time now.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, round 2, you stuck 24 double crochets into your magic circle. So it's not like the rows were ever really very short. Because you just
That's a
made
lot, yeah.
increases from there. So like when I start working on it, I'm like, why does this row take so long? And then I actually look at the length of the row and go, never mind, because I'm not going around once, I'm going around twice because I'm laying it double. No wonder they take so long. So that is what I've been working on, mostly because it's the only thing that like has captured my attention. And I've fallen off the deep end with the vintage crochet and the vintage knitting stuff. So I hope you're all prepared. I hope you're all prepared. It's not going to stop. It's such a pretty lace crochet one I want to start, but it's lace weight on a 3.25mm. So I'm like, finish something first. Because the tank top project's been delayed, I'm going to pick a different project for my summer solstice knit. So while I try and bend, do you have any other projects?
I have my sock that I've been working on while we record. And I'm just about the end of the row, and then I can hold it up and show you how I'm like 4 rows shy of the heel.
Don't worry if I fall over. We won't cut it out.
Don't fall over, that'll hurt.
Oh, this hurts. Never mind falling over. Oh, God. Okay, I'm back. My sock ran away on me. I need my sock. That's what I'm working on.
Okay. This is the second Scrappy Stripey Striping Sock. This one looks exquisitely more scrappy than the first one. Looks like nice and cohesive. This one is very clearly scrappy. But you can see, if I hold my other sock backwards, if I line up the toes, I'm like 2 stripes, maybe 3, from doing the heel.
You're getting pretty far.
So I will be at heel point by the time we're done recording here today, which is exciting. Because then it's just a heel, and then another inch of stockinette, another inch or so of ribbing, and that will be a finished pair of socks, which will be my last vanilla pair of socks I have on the needles, which means I get to cast on new vanilla socks.
Nice. Nice.
It also means that my colorwork socks can come out of hibernation because I'll have a place to put them and needles to put them on.
Did you have more
or at least
than
the
one?
preferred needles to put them on.
I was like, you have more than one sock needle.
I do have more than one set, but these are the Chow Goose that I prefer.
That's fair. As I sit here working on Chow Goose, I understand. I understand. Yep.
Yeah, so these are just toe-up vanilla socks with a fish lips kiss heel and random sock yarn scraps of all types. They're wool and nylon.
Okay.
All the colors. Well, not all the colors. I attempted to keep it in a green, blue, purple vibe, but sock number 2 is not vibing. It's having its own party.
Sock
It's not following the vibe.
Is the black sheep of the family.
It's got a totally different vibe.
I mean, it'll be
And
fine
you know what?
once
That's
you've made a
fine.
couple pairs of striping socks. Like, once you've done that, it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah. So that's fine. They won't match in the slightest, but that's okay. And I'll have new shorty socks for summer, which is great because I don't have enough of those.
Oh, neither do
I still like nice, cushy, absorbent, keep your feet nice and dry socks in my shoes, but they don't need to come halfway up to my knees. I don't need that warmth.
I like having socks on first thing in the morning. I have hardwood floors. Feels good.
We have tile floors throughout most of the house.
Well, I'm hoping,
chilly.
Because I'm sorting out my worsted acrylic scraps. I want to hold like 4 strands of acrylic worsted together on the 10mm crochet hook, so like super tight and dense. And I want to make some area rugs, small area rugs for like beside the bed. So when I'm getting it out of bed in the morning, my feet hit squishy floor, not hardwood floor. I like the cool of the hardwood floor once I'm walking, but like that first stand stretch, I want squishy. You know?
That is smart, and I should maybe also do that.
That's what I'm thinking. And it's a great way for me to use up some of my acrylic scraps. Because, oh boy, do I have a lot. Oh boy, do I have a lot. So, the primary reason is to sort it out so I can make some plant pot covers for plant pots that I have. So
that'll also be very cute.
It serves a purpose, but while I'm in there, I might as well just do a bunch of small scrappy projects I've been putting off to use up scraps.
Makes sense.
So that's my hope. But that, I guess that's it for us for Woolly Workings.
I do believe so.
And
stretch. Sitting slightly awkwardly there for a minute, and I didn't realize until I moved.
Should Michael's got their Halloween stuff out? Means I could just abandon everything and work on Halloween, right?
I mean, you can do what you want.
You won't stop me?
I really won't.
I want Halloween amigurumis. That's what you should do. You should make
Okay.
Halloween amigurumis. I need little bats and mummies and goosty goos and
That's there's
stuff.
a pattern I want to make at some point for it's a turtle, but the shell is a pumpkin. So
Oh my
it's like a
god.
turtle pumpkin.
Yes. Have you seen some of the Halloween amigurumis? Like there's little black cats and little witches and deep
Yeah.
sigh. Deep sigh.
But I'm gonna have to get some Halloween colors. Because I currently don't have any.
Well, Michael
Well, I guess
says
white is sort of a Halloweeny color. I need
white,
some grays and
black,
purples.
gray, purple, oranges, pumpkins.
Yeah.
I'm resisting the urge to cast on the slutty pumpkin that we got. Because that is definitely a fall equinox cast on. So I need to get some stuff
Yes.
finished. All right, let's insert a cut because I need to go find your word. Maybe.
Maybe.
Have fun with your ad.
If for some reason you would like to financially support these shenanigans, you may do so at patreon.com/northernknitspodcast. Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server, where we are active at all hours of the day and the night, talking about all of the everything: knitting, crochet, spinning, books, cooking,
Sewing.
sewing. Think maybe we had cross stitch in there once.
Yep.
It's in short,
Bumble.
it's nothing to sneeze at.
Oh, bad.
This is bad. That was bad.
That's not how my brain went with it, but yeah, okay.
What else? We have monthly e-knit-ins with our higher tier Patreon members. Those happen generally on the second last Saturday of the month. We just had July's the other day, so August's will be on the 19th, I believe.
I think
Oops.
so. Could be wrong.
Yeah, patreon.com/northernknitspodcast. You can check out all the stuff at the different tiers. And eventually, I guess amigurumi designs. Those are going to go up there too.
Nope. As always, we super understand budgets are a real life thing. If you can't financially support us, don't worry. Liking, commenting, subscribing, and interacting with us here and on other social media platforms is a great way to show us what you're working on and just to drop by and say hi. We're on the Instagrams. We're on the TikToks, sometimes I'm told.
Sometimes, occasionally.
Where else can you occasionally find us? Threads.
We're on Threads now.
Our personal stuff, because we both have personal social medias.
Yep.
That's about it. That's about it. A lot of Discord, guys. We spend a lot of our lives on Discord.
A lot of Discord.
A lot of Discord.
Got whip sprints coming up next week.
We do next Saturday.
Or I guess that's this Saturday.
Yes.
This Saturday, the 29th at noon Manitoba time. Live here on YouTube. Whoops. We'll hang out and work on stuff for 25-minute focused sprints, and then you take a stretch break and work on something else. Or the same thing. It's up to you.
It really is.
Cute. I can't get over this. Yeah.
Right now, we just have one knit along running. It's a knit with us or craft with us. It is something for yourself or for someone else that's summer themed. It is the summer solstice knit with us. We, as always, are very excited to see what everyone's working on for their seasonal project du jour, as the case may be. Tour de Fleece is occurring. As usual, I have fallen way off the thing and I've done nothing. Done nothing.
I touched spinning twice.
Yep. So
I can't even say I spun all that much. I touched it twice.
It's not looking good for me again this year. One year it'll click, just not this year. So okay, we move on. Not the end of the world. What I should do is do Tour de Fleece one of my bingo card challenges. That might be what I need to do for that.
I don't think I have any spinning on my bingo card this year.
I don't think I did either. Other than that, I think we're good. I think that's it. Oh, I've got a monthly check-in with Louise coming up very shortly. The first Wednesday in August this year.
Oh, it's the first
Because
Wednesday.
Louise is
That changed.
off to do family stuff on the Thursday, and the week after I'm puppy sitting. So we backed it up a day because that's what worked for our schedules. So we will meet together and see how well Louise has done with hers. I think she's working on the Rebel MCAL this month, which is the Advent Mystery Knit Along that I put out in December of last year. And then I am working on the Spring Mesh Pullover, which is a crochet pullover sweater from Hey Crochet with Carrie. The other thing we've got upcoming is our monthly live, which will be on Saturday, not Sunday this month. All
Yes.
the date changes. That's because
All the
Diana's
date
flying
changes
to
because
DevCon on Sunday.
I will be out of the country for almost a week and a half.
Yep.
So the schedule gets a little screwy.
Get a
little messed up.
So on Saturday we'll be live, which means you will find our craft off voting posts on Instagram and here on YouTube on Thursday and Friday instead of Friday and Saturday next week. Next week? This week. This week. Think about it.
This week, because this Saturday is the whip sprints.
Yes.
So the
then
live
we record
is the following Saturday.
Yes. So yes, next week. Oh yeah, doing great with time, guys. It's wonderful. I need to figure out what I'm going to work on, and I need to figure out what I want to have voted for, and I need to work on my thingy because I got shorts, and you've got what did you get voted for? Was West,
halter
wasn't
top.
it? Halter top. Oh right, you wanted a halter top.
Yep.
Yeah, I have crochet shorts to work on.
I wanted another crochet halter top.
It's a thing. Otherwise, nope, that's it. I don't. My brain isn't saying I have anything else to say. Do I have anything else to say?
Notes say no.
Notes say no. Well, in which case, I'm going to say till next week. I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit.
Don't forget to knit.
Oh my goodness, I hurt.